Hey, let's go out for drinks and see if we're a match, see if we have chemistry. So my favorite line has always been, look, if I accept everybody's invitation for dinner and drinks, I'll be out of shape, fat, an alcoholic probably, broke, and miserable. Now, you wouldn't want me to be that way, do you? Hello, and welcome to another episode of Madam Suzanne. I'm your host, Freddie Shaban. And today I'm continuing the series that I started last Wednesday during my live show, which is all about the sugar daddy or the exclusive arrangement. In today's episode, I want to focus on one area alone, which is how to spot a fake sugar daddy. And God knows there's a ton of them. I would venture to say that over 90% of the people that advertise themselves as sugar daddies are fake. And I'm being really generous right now. I have not really done a lot of things as far as the actual interactions, but I do a lot of surveys and I do a lot of research and development. This is what I do. And believe me when I tell you, I know this area really, really well. I was successful in the past, and I'm going to share with you a little bit of how I used to spot fake sugar daddies. Number one, you got to reverse engineer everything. So if I'm a sugar daddy and I'm trying to get on Seeking or sugar daddy site or whatever it is nowadays, they have a ton of them, right? There used to be only two. Now there's a ton of them. Now, I'm going to, of course, show everybody my best. I'm going to shed the strongest, most powerful light on myself in order to attract the females I'm trying to attract, right? Make sense? Okay. So the first thing I look at is the pictures. Now, if somebody is trying to do their best and show their best, because a picture is worth 1,000 words, and they put a picture on there that their hair are messy, they're not shaven, their background looks like they're living in a shack, or you fill in the blank, or they're in a car and they think it's really great, but the car is worth $5,000. Of course, logically will tell you, no bueno, right? Now, of course, some of you might say, well, maybe they don't want to let people know how rich they are. So what are you doing on the side? Okay, if you're that kind of person that you're trying to act like you don't have anything, so you're not going to be any good to me anyways, because I'm not going to take the time, which is the most important commodity we own. That's the problem, is you don't want to take a lot of time doing this stuff. We're not getting paid by the hour. This is the problem with the sugar daddy thing with most escorts, is that they so get used to getting paid $500, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, whatever it is an hour, or a date, or a rendezvous, and they can't just sit there and try to decipher through this BS. So you're trying to eliminate as much time wasting possibilities as possible in this arena. And what you do is you look at the pictures, and if you're a paid member on most of these sites, you can filter out people that make, let's say, if you're looking for $25,000 a month, so you say, okay, well, I'm gonna make sure they already make minimum of $5 to $10 million. So when you do your search, you can look for that criteria. But if you're waiting for them to approach you, which some people do, then you make sure there's a parameters in the back end where it says only people that make over or their net worth is over $5 million can talk to me. This way it blocks everybody else from talking to you. But hold on a second. Just because they put 5 or 10 million or 100 million, whatever it is, it doesn't mean it's true. You guessed it. It all goes back to your screening abilities. And that's the answer. So in this business, in this field, in this line of work, it's all about the screening. Okay? So you have to get your psychology down right. You have to know how to read people, how to read words or what's behind the words, not just what they say, but how they say it. even before you utter a word in real life, like we're speaking right now, just through the mailbox, the text messages back and forth, and all that stuff. Okay. So, and I look for, if somebody contacts you and just want more pictures, or they, for example, say, look, I'm not here. If you're just looking for money, forget it. I'm not the guy for you. Okay, bye-bye. I'm not going to sit there try to convince anybody that they're on the wrong platform, that this is what it is. Okay, you're on a sugar daddy side. There's sugar babies here, and they expect an exclusive arrangement of some sort. So if your first line is, I'm not here to give you money, then you're not here in my world at all. Bye-bye. Again, goes back to time wasting. I don't have time to sit there and try to convince you, okay, and have a debate with you that you're on the wrong side, that you're blah. It don't really matter. To me, it's all about time conservation, right? You got to conserve time. That's very important. Well, a lot of them, what they used to do is, and I'm sure they still do, is, hey, let's go out for the first correspondence from them. Hey, let's go out for drinks and see if we're a match, see if we have chemistry. So my favorite line has always been, look, if I accept everybody's invitation for dinner and drinks, I'll be out of shape, fat, an alcoholic probably, broke, and miserable. Now, you wouldn't want me to be that way, do you? Then I'm no good to you either. So everybody wants to go out for drinks and dinner. Why? Because a lot of these guys, over 90% of them, think that, first of all, that you're a dummy, number one, that you're young, you're stupid, you're inexperienced, you're easily impressed. And they think they're going to impress you with their BS, because a lot of them are salesmen, right? They've been around. Trial and error, whatever. They're a little bit more experienced, a little bit smarter than you in life, because they're triple your age. You're 20, they're 60, okay? Or whatever. 25, they're 70, 65, whatever it is. And they think that by taking you to dinner, first of all, they get into dinner for free, because they know how much it's going to cost if they talk to somebody like me when I was in the business. That dinner is going to cost them $2,000 for 2 to 3 hours and on upwards, 3, 5, whatever, 10, depending how many hours. They know that. They're fully aware of that, because most of them are tricks, okay? Most of them are clients. Most of them have called somebody like me, and they got smacked, and they don't like it. And this is why they couldn't wait till Sugar Daddy for Me was online, or somebody created Seeking Arrangement, which right now it's seeking.com, right? So they figured, hey, if I can get her to agree to come to dinner with me, that tells me that she's not experienced. She's not that smart. And I'm going to be able to convince her, probably for very little money, if any, to go home with me, or take her to a hotel, or go to her place, or whatever. And you know what? These guys sometimes, they might strike out 10, 20 times, but sometimes they strike one girl that gets drunk and gets stupid and inexperienced, and the guy's showing a fake Rolex, or it could be a real Rolex, whatever, maybe driving a $75,000 Mercedes or whatever, and now this girl has never had anything, or grew up in a trailer park, or whatever it is. No disrespect to anybody, I'm just keeping it real. And she's gonna go for it, because he might, flash, $1,000 in his wallet or something. Who knows? And this girl never seen $200 together, right? He might give her a couple $100. He might give her $500, whatever it is, whatever the magic number is. So I was always aware of, hey, baby, you want to go out for drinks and see if we're a match? Hey, yeah, I got an idea. Why don't you go out to dinner and see if we're a match, or see if we're compatible, or see if we have chemistry, or see if we can hit it off. Time. You don't have the time. So what I used to do, like, look, of course I had drafts, right? I wrote a bunch of drafts. I had a dozen of them, and I would just customize them according to the person I'm talking to. Hey, look, if I did that, I got to get to know you here a little bit. Let's just chit chat and see what's the top 3 things you're looking for in a person, what you're looking for exactly. Have you had an exclusive arrangement? How did that go? Give me a little specifics. I'm trying to psychoanalyze that. I'm trying to profile it. And then more importantly, I'm trying to figure out who they really are and are they really financially secure? Do they really make over $2 million a year? Do they really, is their net worth really over $10 million or $20 million or whatever it is? Because just because somebody said something, I believe nothing I read, or 99% of what I see, because it could be an illusion. So the real guy is not going to beat around the bush. Says, look, this is not my first rodeo. I've done this before. Okay, this is after you prod a little bit, whatever. Everybody has different styles, different psychology, whatever. You got to give and take a little bit. You have to give a little time, right? It's a fishing expedition. And as long as you have a really good fishing net with a certain size holes that you're only going to attract, you're only going to catch a certain size fish, and the rest is going to go through, you'll be all right. So you got to look at all these red flags and figure out, okay, is this person for real? And sometimes you test people, right? Hey, send me oh yeah, I'm in call with her. Yeah, send me a picture, right? And see how long it takes them to send it. Of course, there's Photoshop, there's all this stuff. I mean, you just do what you can, right? You're trying to eliminate the BS. And you're trying to maximize profit for time spent. Look, I have no problem. I know what you're looking for. I got it all. I love it. I love sex. I love intimacy. I probably love it better than you. I'm willing to do whatever. Now, what you got to do for me, this is where we at. This is not Match.com. This is not a lovey-dovey dating site. Of course, feelings will develop. We're humans. We have emotions. We're going to like each other. Maybe we're going to like each other a lot. Maybe we're going to be BFFs, whatever it is. Warning, though. If you're doing this to get an exclusive arrangement, to get some money, do yourself a favor. Let me save you a lot of time, headache, heartache, blood, sweat, and tears. Don't fall in love. You can fall in like. You can love hanging out with them, which will make your job easier. You can love traveling with them. They have a great sense of humor. They take care of themselves. They smell great. They're good in bed, whatever. But don't fall in love. Okay? So those are some of the things that you look for when you're looking for a sugar daddy. Just be careful out there. Over 90% of them are BS. It's your job to figure out who's real or who's fake. Okay? I hope this helps. Have a great Friday. Stay healthy, stay safe, and stay happy. And make lots of money.